No. Time to put it all back. This is my work truck, and the person who had it before me put this like weird stand in it, and part of it was bolted underneath the frame of the actual chair, so I had to unbolt the whole chair. Get it to come out. Super stupid. And I've had this truck for about a year, and I was cleaning it today, and I just decided I was gonna try what it was like without the stand, because it's kind of annoying. It's like one of those weird laptop stands, but like they have like he told me he really wanted to get one of those ones that are like in cop cars, and whoever the mechanic was that ordered it for him ordered him one of the cheaper ones where it was just a stand. This side's a little harder because I can't use this for some reason. I don't know if there's something different with the angle of this bracket or what, or it's just the angle I'm at. But the same thing up there, I couldn't use this on this side either. Wait, was it that side? I don't remember now. Wait, let's see. Yeah, there's like a weird like bump out, and I don't have a smaller one. When I lived at home, we had the cooler sets where you put it in and it just cranks. I don't know what you would call it, but I do not have access to those anymore. can't really see. The one thing I don't totally care for living in Georgia right now, or Atlanta in general, is that I've worked in Florida before, and it's really similar to Florida, but I feel like in Florida, when it got really cold in the morning, it like almost always rained. But it only really rained in the morning. But then it was still like 85 before noon. But here it gets cold like 35, 40. And then it'll be 65, 70 by noon. I'm just like, what the hell? I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. But those two are on, so we're gonna move to the front. I also have a bunch of my tools up here. I was trying to get the bolts off with it earlier. Because it was really hard because it was the stand was connected right here, and then there's 4 bolts, and I couldn't get the bolt that was in this corner undone on the physical stand, because that's all I was going to do. I was just going to take the stand off without taking the bracket that fit underneath the seat. But that was, I like couldn't get anything in there and at like a proper enough angle to loosen the bolt, so I ended up having to take the chair off and just get the plate out that way. That was keeping the pull in place. So yeah, a lot more difficult than I was expecting. Super fun way to spend my day after work. Just because I was like, you know what, hey, that sounds like a great idea. Let's take this off. I can experience my crazy hair. I literally was. I was wearing a sweatshirt, a jacket, and a beanie all day. Well, not all day. But now my hair is messed up. I don't understand how people can go wearing like hats or beanies and then take it off and then their hair is like still perfect. I don't get it. I was not built like that. See, so easy. One side, not so much. The only reason why I'm really cleaning my truck is because I was gone all week and the job site I was on was muddy. the driver's side was filthy. And the guy who had this truck before me, he saw it and had a heart attack. Because he's a clean freak. He's very particular about his stuff. And I swear he's gonna wash the paint off his truck. He just bought a new car too that he's obsessed with, and I told him, I was like, you need to ceramic coat it so I don't have to actually wash it all the time. He's also a little high strung, so I think washing this stuff might be therapeutic. Man, somebody really fucked up this bolt. It was not me. I will let you know. I actually think it's the bolt that was on this side because I had a hard time getting it off because of how rounded the edges were. And to be honest, I've never, he made it sound like it was a huge task to get this on and off, which, don't get me wrong, it is for me, because I don't have the right, a huge task, okay, it has to take me that long, but because I don't have the right tools to totally do this, I have tools, just not ones that would make it easier. And the people who did this originally did this at our shop, and it's a full mechanic shop there. Well, not where I work. Well, yes, where I work. I don't work at a mechanic shop. We have a full-time mechanic at our shop. Because I know you guys wanted the difference. But he always made it sound like it was this huge ordeal. And I'm having a hard time with this one because the electrical is right here. And it's attached to this weird bracket that I didn't notice earlier. And I keep hitting the bracket. Because this would be better if it was a little shorter. I think my mom had, I think it was an 86 Trans Am that she had in college, and she let one of her friends drive the car for some reason. And her friend let her boyfriend drive the car. And the boyfriend blew the motor in the car. So instead of just fixing the first car, my mom's parents just ended up buying her a new one. But my grandpa was an antique car collector, so he just kept her Trans Am with the blown motor for the longest time. And then when, I don't know, I was in elementary school when we did this, my dad rebuilt the motor. Well, my dad really isn't a car guy. So we always had issues with it because the the motor he put in the car was too big. It was bigger than the original motor, and from what I understand, the injectors were too big, so we always had issues with it dumping too much. Maybe they could have changed the timing or something, but the injectors were too big and just dumped fuel into the motor, and it would like flood the motor. So there was always like excess gas in the engine, and so we always had issues with it. And why nobody ever like redid it, your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, I helped my dad rebuild that. I was really young when we did that. But I've always like wanted to do a car like that on my own. So maybe I'll get a project car. We could build that together. Which I think would be cool. I don't know if I'm making ASMR though. Probably just be a regular kind of video without the whispering or the soft spoken, because that might get a little hard. Who knows? I think it'd be really cool to do though. Build a car in ASMR. But yeah, so the chair's back together. Nobody's gonna die. So yeah, that was a like quick little task where we got to spend the time together. So I hope this video helped you in some way, either reduce some stress, relax you, or maybe you're even asleep. And if you're asleep, I think it's a school bus. There's a school bus is going by. And if you're asleep, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And if you're awake and you made it to this point in the video, I want you to know that you are amazing. Well, I'm really glad we got to spend this time together, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Thanks. Bye.